The federal opposition leader is denying suggestions of coalition infighting over banking regulations. He dismissed reports his Treasury spokesman Joe Hocky was strongly criticised in shadow cabinet. But Tony Abbott was forced to clarify his support for Mr Hocky after he failed 3 times to endorse the shadow treasurer's strategy. Here's Chief Political Correspondent Mark Simpkin.
Silence can say a lot.
That was all just a bit of a misunderstanding this morning with the 9-point plan.
I have this instinct to talk.
But he didn't want to talk about alleged infighting.
To clarify?
The questions began several hours earlier when Tony Abbott was repeatedly asked if he supported the Shadow Treasurer's plan to increase bank competition.
Do you support his proposals?
I think it's very important that we expose the bluster of this government.
But do you support Mr Hocky's 9-point plan?
Look, I've dealt with that issue.
If Mr Abbott can't even bring himself to support a policy that has been announced by his shadow treasurer might as well give the game away.
I am not backing down one iota in my demand and the coalition's demand to have more competition in banking in Australia.
Mr Abbott rang radio stations to clarify.
You know what it's like in these doorstops? You've got a lot on your mind. But as I said, I just want to make it crystal clear that I fully support the 9-point plan.
Speaking of support, does a party's elder statesman think the Shadow Treasurer compares to former Treasurer Peter Costello?
I don't think he's in that league at present. No, of course not. But he hasn't had a chance at the job.
It's not just shoes that are being aimed at the former Prime Minister. In a reminder of an older and deeper division, Peter Costello fired a broadside, saying there isn't a skerrick of evidence John Howard intended to resign as Prime Minister. Mr Costello implicitly accused his former leader of being dishonest and disingenuous. Howard wants to claim all the achievements of the coalition, he wrote, and does not intend to share the glory.
It's not right to say that I've tried to hog all the glory.
Nice to see you. There's still some glory to go round. Mark Simpkin, ABC News, Canberra.